probably post. I was very mindful as I was doing the video that it was something I wanted to post. Yeah, I just thought I'd quickly do a YouTube live today. It's a little bit cold. I've gotten down to the river. As you can see, it's almost sunset time. As you can see, I'm in my work clothes. I've been plastering the bathroom and the lounge room. And I basically, sorry, I've got ants crawling up my shirt for some reason. Basically, I trying to fit in a lot in one day, as a lot of us do try to often. And I'm down here walking the dogs today because I've got work tomorrow and Thursday, and then I have op shop duty on Friday for the next 3 days. The only chance I get to walk, and I've got Thursday rehearsals. The next time I have to walk the dogs is actually Friday afternoon, night. This is how full on it is having dogs. Everyone trying to fit them in. Big dogs that need big runs are trying to fit in their walks. It's actually really challenging when you're in a theatre production. Theatre production is huge. I've got people coming tonight. We've got to do more rehearsals. The play actually starts in, I think, 2 weeks. 50% of the tickets have sold. This is really next level, full on. Our first dress rehearsal is Thursday, this coming Thursday. Look at that orange glow, everyone. Isn't that beautiful? It's just stunning. I love it. So yeah, today I was listening to this amazing podcast that went for 3 hours. I've actually sent a link onto my YouTube channel and onto my Facebook page because Eddie, something I've forgotten his last name. I didn't actually bother to read it, that's why I don't know it. But Eddie's his first name. He's a motivational speaker, and it was phenomenal what he was talking about. Like really, really good, powerful stuff. And he did mention the Serenity prayer. Like accept what you can change, accept what you can't change, accept what you can change, and wisdom to know the difference. And it is actually an amazing prayer that most people know about, because it really, that's the cockatoos. Can you see them? Did I get them? Yeah, I did. Woohoo! Yeah, the sky's full of them. This is what they do in summer. At the end of the day, they fly from tree to tree trying to find out where they're going to sleep. And they're very noisy about it, I must say. There's the Serenity prayer of accepting what you can change, what you can't change, and the wisdom to know the difference. And having peace and grace around what you can't change is actually what I've been talking about. And I'm really sorry, but there's a really cold wind now, and I've got you in my hat, but I know it's quite windy. I'm actually cold. Like not long ago I was really hot, and now I'm cold. Like the temperature just dropped quite suddenly as soon as the temperature went down. I'm not going to make this a very long live, mainly because I'm feeling cold and I'm not really comfortable, and the wind might be right. We'll see. Famous last words with Alvin. Famous last words with saying, I'm not going to do a long live. I've said that before. I've got hair on my mouth, sorry. A lot of my YouTube has actually been about that surrender process and that serenity prayer process. And this motivational speaker, he was phenomenal. And it just resonated with everything of how I've been living my life. And he's basically saying just all sorts of things, like when people read a book or watch a movie, they don't want to know the end of the movie. They don't watch the movie and read the book to read the last page or to watch the last scene. Like they don't watch it for the last scene and to read the last page. No one would ever do that. No one would ever buy a book and just turn to the last page and go, oh, I've read the book. He says it's what's in the middle. It's actually what's in the middle. And each journey, each process, it goes, when people say, what do you want to do in 5 years, 8 years, 2 years, 1 year, that's limitation, that's control. That's actually living by a narrative rather than living by the process of surrender. And just, he says, basically, if you're just day by day by day doing what makes your heart soar, so bit by bit, every day, one step. He goes, and it's something I really believe in what I've been following, is if you're just doing one small thing to move towards having an authentic life, then you will always be on track. You will always be. He didn't talk about God at all, and that's the only thing I didn't like about his podcast. He never mentioned God. Basically, when we're in that process of just surrendering to life and surrendering to God's purpose, we first of all find out what our calling is, God's gift to us. What is our calling? And then each day, if we're actually doing something towards that, one step. The successful people are people who are doing small, consistent, conscientious, authentic steps, honouring their authentic being. So something that's really honouring their essence and their truth of who they really are. Then, yep, that is it. That's the key to successful living. And I will admit that today, when I was doing the plastering, today I also did a lot of mulching. I did I had some plants that I had from my garden, not my garden, sorry, the clients that I have. I get plants from some other people's gardens, and I had them in a big pot of water, and I had to get them in the ground because we've been getting 36-degree days, and I just had to get the plants in the ground. And so I did a lot of gardening today. I've still got an injured ankle, which is really frustrating, so I have to be really careful what I do at home, because obviously I'm working for money tomorrow and Thursday, and then the op shop on Friday, and my ankle gets very agitated and aggravated, and then I've got the play. I don't want to be hobbling. I want this injury to fix it, heal. I've obviously done some damage because it's been over a week, but it's healing. I can tell it's healing, but I just have to be mindful of not pushing it too far. So I wasn't doing any digging or anything at home, big digging. I wasn't doing anything too extensive, being mindful of that. And with the plastering, I obviously compression bandaged the ankle up because I was going up and down the ladder. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that I came up with a plan today because I'm really keen to, this bathroom and the library and the house, and getting the space ready to be a therapy space, and a space that I can have people there, and I've got to get the plastering. I've had to repair all the walls in the house because it's got all this horsehair and plaster soft walls, so all the walls need to be re-strengthened, and there's lots of cracks in all the walls, and just the house needed a lot of extra work, more work than what I thought. But I'm really looking forward to getting the wallpaper up in the lounge room. It's going to be amazing, and then I can start getting the pictures up. It's really cool. The bathroom, when I get the plastering finished, then I can, which is all the joints. I've got a compound plaster all the joints between the gyp rock and the cement sheeting, and where all the plumbing got done. Lots of cockatoos down there. I can't take you out of the hat because that's too much wind. But I'll just risk it. It's really beautiful. Hang on a minute. I'll turn you around. You see the cockatoos down there? I don't think they can. Yeah, see how they found that tree? They're all the white things. I don't think the camera's picking it up, but they've all settled in on that tree. All those white bits moving around. They've settled in on that tree down there. The tree looks like it's full of white flowers, but actually they're white cockatoos. It's amazing, isn't it? I don't think you guys can see it. It's a bit sad. Zena's having fun. Alvin's been a hippopotamus. It's so beautiful, isn't it? I love it. Beautiful, isn't it? So, fitting the dogs in with their walks, even though I could have kept going with the plastering. The people arrived at my house at 7 p.m. for the rehearsals. I could have kept going for the next hour and a bit, and I would have got a lot more plastering done, and that's what my preference would have been, of course, because I really got so much to do. And the plastering in the bathroom is really important, because once all the plastering's done, then I can waterproof the walls, and then the walls can be tiled. Some of the walls will be painted, with the mold-proof paint, but other parts of the bathroom will be tiled. And then once the walls are tiled, I can get the shower head put on. Well, in fact, after the walls are waterproof, I can put the shower head back on until, save up the money to get someone to help me with the tiling of the walls, because with the cutting of the tiles, it's something I haven't learnt yet. I'd rather do it. Bathrooms need to be done well. Let's just put it that way. Because it's a wet area, they need to be done well. And the previous owners didn't do the bathroom well, so it was such a shock. It looked good when we first bought it, but then I realised they didn't even put tile adhesive down. They just had the tiles straight on the old veranda, which was cement. They didn't even have tile adhesive on the ground. Crazy. The tiles started cracking within a month of us moving in. Craziness. So anyways, that's all very exciting, because at the moment I can't have showers. I can have baths, but not showers, so it's not like the end of the world. But methodically plodding along, and I was, today I was like little bit by little bit getting things done, and everything's taking a long time. But our society has this real fast, get things done fast. Too many things on one list for one day. We sort of, a lot of people put a lot of pressure on themselves to look a certain way, be a certain way, achieve a certain amount, and it wasn't like that in the old days. Like in the old days, people they had a set amount of chores that need to be done, but the list was a lot smaller. Obviously, each chore took longer. Pre-electricity. When they made their own lard, had to keep the fires going all the time. Like they might have got 4, 5 or 6 chores done in each day, but they were peaceful about it because they had a routine around it, and they didn't add anything extra that wasn't unnecessary, and they knew things were going to take time, because they just take time. And so that's the main point, because I know a lot of us put a lot of pressure on ourselves, and I used to be like that. I used to put a lot of pressure on myself to get minimum. I wanted to get minimum 6 big things done a day. Like I wanted 1 or 2, 3 really big things on top of 6 regular chore activities, including the dishes, vacuuming, that sort of thing. And yes, I was a high achiever. I was getting lots done, but I was also, wasn't just being in the flow. Oh, look at Alvin. I'm sorry, this is really cute. I have to show you Alvin. He's been a hippopotamus. Is he adorable? Look at him. Can you see him? I don't think you can see him. Sorry, I don't think the footage is showing him in the water. What a shame. Oh, yeah, now you can see him. Just been a hippopotamus. You're so funny. I love it. It's so cute. And there's little Xenobina over there. She's walking the grass. I really wanted to go for a swim today, and I was actually going to, my intention today was to work hard and then have my shower, get clean in the river, but I got down here too late, and it's actually gone really cold. Can't believe it. I didn't think it was going to drop temperature so quick. the day really went fast because between the gardening and the mulching, and I had to hand water because the retic's not working. So I spent quite a few hours watering garden. The plants just wouldn't have survived another day. They've had over a week now of really hot days. So I just knew that if they didn't get watered today, a lot of my little trees are only planted them 1 years ago, so they're still babies. They're doing good though. But that was really enjoyable, just being in the garden. Wow, I haven't just hung out in the garden like that for a long time. It was really enjoyable. Yep, and I was in my mind's eyes going, I've got to get this retic sorted. I've got to get another load of mulch, but being peaceful about the thought process, like, and the trees that have to be pruned back because they're about to get the electricity lines. Like, I just must get onto that, because if my tree out the front knocks out my neighbour's electricity line, I think I can get a big fine. And Western Power's already they sent us a letter last year, and they've sent another letter this year. So I've had 2 letters now. And I can always ask Western Power to cut it and just part pay the bill off. So heaps of stuff like that. Like, I've got these big, huge palm trees. The previous owner planted these palm trees, and they're huge. They're really tall, and they've got all these dead fronds, like really big. And when they drop really heavy and hard. And there's so many dead fronds that need to be come down. I don't know how to get them down. Anyways, I just love this process of surrendering and accepting what you can change, what you can't change. And it's not being a child, but like, what I can't change, I just put that into God's hands. And what I can change, I go, yeah, that was what God wants me to work on that. Like, that's my responsibility. And that's why today I was like, I must actually get back into working on the house, because I really need to get this house in action for what I believe my main purpose of being on this planet is, and that is to get my therapy business up and running, to get my books written. God's got big plans for me, and the house has to be in a certain way, a certain standard before that can actually happen. So it's like honouring God's plan, honouring in God's grace, knowing. And time is an interesting thing, isn't it? Like, once you let go of the pressure of things having to be done in a certain time, and you're just in the flow, it's amazing how much stress gets taken away. Like, okay, I'm doing it bit by bit. That small step forward is a big step forward, because any small step forward is a step forward, right? So yeah, here we go. Here, the little darlings. I'll just show you the little darlings again, running a little muck. Before they were doing little bouncy kangaroo hops, which was cute, over the grass. Yes, anyways, and I just want to say, with the theatre production, my good Lord, like last night in rehearsals, like bit by bit as well, like getting the play, I realised the director, for those of you who followed my last live and my video that I haven't posted, I think I declared to you that with my solo, which I can do perfectly fine at home, can get the volume, got the song down pat, everything, I'm fine. Every time I have to do it on stage, my throat clamps up, like my throat here goes, and I get this really voice comes out, like it's a really scratchy, it's just not good, and I can't project, and I can't get the melody, and it's awful. But the first few times it happened, I actually went in such panic, I was sweating. And now I just go, don't sweat, Nadina, you've got the words, you know the words. So I'm getting better at the panic. And what's really beautiful is when I do my solo, there's a few people around me, and they are singing my solo with me and softly to get me on track, and they've done that as a support. And then the director last week said, I'm not sure about this particular song, I might have to let it go. And I was like, well, look, I'll accept it if it has to be gone, because obviously with the play's got to be good, right? But I thought, well, how disappointing if I can't get it. Like, I can do it. I've got it at home. Why I can't get it on stage? But what she did last night, which was really, really, really kind, she basically came up and she said, do you want to restart that? And I was like, oh, okay. So she's really supporting me with my panic, because she knows it's my first time on stage, and she knows I can do it. And bit by bit I realised, well, I know the words of the song at least, and I know my lines of the play. And a couple of weeks ago I thought, I'm never going to remember my lines. This is like next level. So that's really amazing. It's just taught me that bit by bit. And she's always had faith in us as a group of actors, that we're going to pull it together. And it's pretty scary if you think about it. Half of the tickets are sold already, and in 2 weeks the production's on, and we're still bloody fumbling around. But she has full faith. I think I've got food in my teeth. Yeah, from lunch. Yeah. Anyways, but basically, that's taught me something about the faith of progress. Like, every time something freaks out, like last night there was so many people freaking out. Like, one guy was going, I said, oh, relax, breathe. And like, I wasn't the only one. This was in the green room. He goes, I forgot my lines. And I was like, yeah, it's next level, isn't it? And I realised we're all being so brave. And I was talking about the act, commit, belong. Like, when you do something that's really brave, exploring. That's what this guy was talking about on this podcast that I posted on my YouTube. Exploring. He goes, just keep exploring until you find your strengths, you find yourself. He goes, what's the worst case scenario? Oh, you get embarrassed because you fell on your face. Oh, you didn't succeed in something. You did something and it didn't work out. Oh, like me with my solo. If I can't do it, I can't do it. And she'll just take that song out of the play. What's the worst thing that happened? Oh, well, the song got taken out of the play, and the play might not have as much meaning as it would have with the song in it, but the play will still go on, and I gave it a chance. I didn't give up. Oh, Alvin. And then what happened was, she's not giving up on us because she knows we can do it. Because there's another lady, I do a solo, and this other lady does a solo, and there's a group of us around the table as one part of the scene. And the other lady who's coming to my house tonight, she also stuffed up last night. She's as worried as me, and our director has been as kind to her as me. Oh my gosh. Alvin, Zena! Please. Believe it or not, that was playing. I know, they're really like, it's really funny, like, they're, it's like, sounds so, oh my gosh, they're bouncing everywhere. Can you see it? Oh my gosh, it's so full on. Yeah, but it's not aggressive. It's just they're jumping, bouncing, playing. Be nice. Play nice. Play nice, little one. They do. They play well. I got them heaps of toys, and the backyard's littered with toys. I was going to start the fence today, and I realised I ran out of time completely. I can't believe how long plastering takes, but it's watering the garden as well. The watering the garden takes so long. That's why I have to get the retic organised. But, bit by bit, I've accepted that this summer, depending on, there's only so much I can water each day. Last summer I was spending hours each day watering. The summer before, this summer gone, last December and January, the retic I had a friend help me with the retic, and we got it set up and it was working fine, but a lot of it stopped, and the dogs have dug up some of it as well, and now it's just not working. But it's so weird. Like, there's a whole station that got disconnected, and then it bloody runs on its own. I don't get it. It's not even connected to the water tap. How can water be coming out of a disconnected station? I don't get it. It's weird. So anyways, the first year I was doing a lot of watering, like hours each day. And every time I took on a job, I took on this house removaling job, and I was, a declutter job. I was gone for 3 days in a row, and my house, all the plants were dead. Half of them were nearly dead just from 3 days of not being watered. It was awful. I was like, wow, if I don't water this garden every day in summer, it's just not going to survive. My persimmon tree nearly died, but then I spent about a week and a half trying to revive it, and she's doing great. And I must let you know that if I'd done 4 days in a row of that chittering declutter job, half my garden would have been dead. But because it was only 3 days, not 4 days, luckily that 4th day I got to save everything just in time, babied everything that was in critical condition, got it together, realised how important the retic is. Last summer was actually, the retic was working, it was fantastic, working good enough. This year it's not. I accept it. It's something I can't change. I don't actually know how to get it fixed up on my own. It's just one of those things I just don't know just yet. But what I do know is I can reach out and get some more help upon doing more gardening work and getting more money, honey. So yeah, just this summer, or half of this summer, of not having retic, just focusing on the stuff that will die if I don't water it at least once a week, but not giving it the same hours I did that first summer. I just don't have the time anymore. But I think they're going to be okay. We had a heat wave that first summer as well. We had 10 days in a row of 48-degree days, so it was a really extreme summer. This last summer and this summer, last summer wasn't so extreme, and I don't think this summer will be either, so that's fine, that's good. Plodding along is a good way of saying it, but surrendering to the grace of bit by bit by bit. Oh, it's really getting cold now. Here, it was so hot before. They're running around, can you see them? Run, little Zeta, run! Woohoo! Yeehaw! Beautiful, isn't it? I'm gonna really, sorry, the temperature's just dropped like crazy. It's actually really cold. But I tell you what, the wheat belt is so bizarre. Like, yesterday it was 36. Today it was 36 today as well. And yesterday it was 36. And so hot. And then when the sun went, like, I'm still sleeping under 2 doonas at night. Isn't that funny? And last night I slept in pajamas and socks and 2 doonas, and yet in the daytime it's really boiling, like, so hot. It's so funny. It just drops in temperatures. It's quite interesting. You really got to prepare for it to be cold. But they're like not fussed. Look at this. I love the water. I love the water too. I love swimming, but we got here too late today. So anyways, as I said, I've got people turning up at my house for rehearsals at 7, and I got to get prepped for work. Don't you dare. Ouch. Alvin. I hate it when he does that. Shakes right behind me. It's weird. I don't know why they do that. It's weird, you know. I think part of it's to include you. I'm pretty sure it's a pack animal thing. I went for a swim and you didn't. And so now I'm going to shake all over you. I'm fine. Well, now I'm wet. Thank you. Didn't necessarily want to be wet, but whatever. Oh, it's really cold. Anyways, so bit by bit, everybody. And I just want to say that for those of you who have a lot to do, you got too much on your plate, and just focus on what's authentic. That's what this actual article is about. That beautiful podcast of that Eddie something or other, who I'll get his last name in a minute. I sent it, put it on my YouTube, but and my Facebook. Fascinating. He doesn't talk about God, so I don't think he's a godly guy. But everything else he talks about. Wait. Everything. Wait. Everything else. Okay, get in. Everything else he talks about is oh my gosh, sorry. In, Zena, quick. Everything he talks about. Yeah, get in, quick. Get in. Come on. Zena, hurry up. Yeah, it's getting cold. In, hurry up. Oh, she just got in and hurt her leg, and now she just run off. Come on, hurry up. Don't know what that's about. I might actually shut this down, because I'm literally feeling, you know when you're cold and you're shivering? So anyways, we'll talk about this more another time. It's really good. Look at Zena, look at her. She's like, oh, I don't want to get in. But there's Alviny. Alvini's in the car. Woohoo! Beautiful one. Come on, Xena, quick. So anyways, what I want to say, everyone, is that we have to focus on the methodical steps of what is our authentic pathway, and everything else, don't worry about it. Let it go. Just focus on this, what this guy talks about all the time as well. Like just anything, he says clear the clutter. So anything that isn't of excellence, that's right, guys. You're striving for excellence. Anything's just good. If it's good enough, and it's not about being perfect, and it's not about trying to look excellent or be excellent. It's about you are creating an excellent life. You're living an authentic, excellent life. So it's about literally, he says anything that is just good enough or just okay, that's not purely of our pure, authentic essence, you just drop it, let it go. Just let it go. So watch that article. It's 3 hours. I listened to it while I was doing the plastering today. Absolutely amazing. I'm going to keep listening to him. He's amazing. And I've been listening to Dr. John Gray as well. He's the guy that writes the book Men Are From Mars, Women From Venus. He is so good with understanding the difference between men and women and the process of aging and just relating in general, which is fantastic, like in the workplace, out and about, understanding the aging process as well, blah, 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 blah. It goes on and on. But we'll talk about this again. Pretty sure I've linked Dr. Gray on this site, and one of the guys in my theatre group, he is going to help me with my IT at my house to get the library up and running, to get all my computer stuff happening, to get all my technology stuff happening. Because at the moment the internet modem's in the guest room, so I've got to get it brought into the library, and then he's going to set up everything for me perfectly so that my YouTube channel can be really professional, and I can get back onto because I'm halfway through my uni degree, and I've got to do it online now because I don't live in Perth anymore. So commence my study again. But also, everybody, when he found out I had a YouTube channel, he goes, "Oh, could you do videos for me? Like, what's your camera like? Yeah, how do you do your YouTube channel?" I said, "Oh, I want a camera." He goes, "Oh, have you got a good camera?" I said, Yeah. I actually spent the money and got a really good camera. I literally, when my last phone died, I think I shared this with you all before, my last phone just completely died. And I actually invested in a really good camera. I'm paying it off, but I think I still owe anyways, whatever. I don't own it outright yet, but you know what I mean. It's mine. Anyways, the point of the story is it's got good footage, good video, good pixelation type stuff. And so we're bartering, and I'm going to be videoing. It's so funny because he's going to do comedy. He reckons he wants to bring joy into the world by bringing comedy into the world. And so he's going to be doing all these comedy skits, and I'll be videoing them, and I'll be able to set it up. And so that's his barter. Isn't this wonderful? And that's how life is, everyone. It's just wonderful when we're in the flow and when we're around those people. And that's what he said. Choose the 5 people that you're around. Choose the 5 people. That's just my camera is shutting out. He said, choose the 5 people. The 5 people who you're around are the ones who are what your life will be like. So in saying that, you be very mindful of who you spend your time with, because it is the people who you're actually around that actually create what your life is going to be like. So Zena's been really annoying right now, actually. She doesn't normally do this, but at the moment she just won't get in the car, but she's just standing right. Normally she just jumps straight in. I don't get it. It doesn't actually worry me that much because she's just right there. She gets really wet. I don't think she likes being squashed in the car when she's wet sometimes, and it is beautiful looking at the river. But anyways, we'll talk about this more later. It's such an inspiring topic. It's so inspiring. And yeah, choose the people. Be around 5 people who are that align with your authentic self and who align with where it is that you're wanting to go and what does it want to do. And do not bring anyone into your life that isn't up to where you want to be. Just let them, you guys, let them go. Let them go. If they don't believe in your dream, let them go. If they don't speak your same language, as in if they don't understand your language. So my language is authentic, inspirational, authentic, healing, you know, deep and meaningful, godly, you know. So you choose who you spend your time with, and those people actually build you up. And if you're around people that aren't building you up, let them go. Just let them go. You're better off alone than being around people who are bringing you down, keeping you small, or keeping you, you know, we've been there before. I'm not going to keep talking about that right now. Talked about it so many times. I mean, I will talk about it in the future, but yeah, not tonight. Okay, mwah. God bless, and we'll speak soon. Okay, keep well. Lots of love. Bye. It's so hard turning this thing off. See ya.